Welcome to my channel, guys, and in this particular video I will be teaching you on a step-by-step guide how you can create a faceless video for your faceless YouTube channel. Okay, how you can simply create video with the use of your smartphone without showing your face. How you can create video with the use of your smartphone without showing your space. So this is a disclaimer. This particular video is going to be a tutorial video and it's going to be a little bit lengthy. However, it's not going to be too long because I'll try to split it into different segments. So I'll be dropping it in series. This will be the first one, and then I'll also be linking the rest series probably in a playlist or somewhere around this video at the end. So you want to make sure you are subscribed to this channel. You want to make sure you turn on the notification button so that you get notified when I upload the next part, the remaining part of this particular training. So I want to implore with you, I want to plead with you that you pay maximum attention. Trust me, every single minute you spend on this particular video will worth a while. So without wasting much of our time, let's dive straight into what we'll be doing in this particular video. Alright, so when it comes to creating a faceless video for a faceless YouTube channel, there are basic things you must understand, which are the four major things we will be needing in creating our video. The first one is our script writing. And what does our script writing means? Our script writing is simply the story part, the story aspect of our video. What do I mean by this? This is where we draft our story idea, what we want to be talking about in our video. And that's the first thing we need to know how to create. Now, you might be thinking, oh, I don't know how to write script. I don't even know anything about script writing. I don't have idea about generating cinematic story and all of those things. Just relax. You don't have to stress yourself about all of that. This is 21st century, and then artificial intelligence is everywhere on the internet. So I'll be showing you step-by-step guide on how you can generate interesting, trust me, interesting script for your faceless YouTube channel. So that's the first thing we will be needing. And then the second thing is image generation, because you can generate script and then if you are watching a movie, beyond the story, beyond the audio, there's also a visual effect that you can see. There are people acting what they are saying. Okay, so the next thing you want to know how to do is how to generate image or video for your story. And trust me, like I said also, I'm going to be showing you how you can generate a matching image for your story. But make sure you pay attention and then follow me through every step of this particular training. Okay, that's the second thing you need in place, your image generation. And then the third thing you need for your faceless YouTube video creation is voiceover. And what I mean by voiceover is that, remember, we are not shooting like Nollywood. What we are doing is we are trying to bring different features into one place to make a single content. So we are trying to combine different things into a single content. I want you to pay attention. Remember when I started, I talked about you creating a story. A story is just like a written form of a story. Now, what we now want to do is an audio form of a story. That's what I call voiceover. So we need a speaking form of our story. That's voiceover. So we're not going to be combining all of them together. So just pay attention to me. That's number 3. The first one is your story, which is your script writing. The second one is your image and video generation. And then the third one is what? Is your, what do I call it? The first one is your script writing. The second one is your image generation, and then the third one is your voiceover. Then the fourth one, which is the last thing that you want to be doing, is your video editing. Your video editing. This is where we put everything all together. So this first step, I'm going to be creating an intense tutorial video explaining step by step how you can achieve each of these things, and then I'll be putting a icing on the cake of how you can create a thumbnail for your videos. Thumbnail for your videos. That's under graphics design. How you can use AI and then internet resources to create an interesting and catchy thumbnails for your video. So make sure you stay tuned to the end. Without further ado, let's dive straight into what we have. So the first thing now, we want to generate our script for our video. What you need to do is just head straight to Play Store and just type ChatGPT. Okay, just go to your Play Store or your Apple Store, type ChatGPT. You see, you open the application, and then you download, you install it on your phone, and once that is done, you want to open ChatGPT, and then it will open up exactly like you are seeing right now on your screen. And then what you want to do is treat ChatGPT as a little child. I want you to pay attention. Treat ChatGPT as a little child. I'm trying to break this down because it's a tutorial. I want to put it in a form where you will understand everything I'm talking about. So if you make a single mistake here, it will affect your results. Trust me. This is the foundation. Script writing is the foundation of every work of art you see out there. Every video you see, script writing is the foundation. Once the script is bad, the end result will be bad. So the first step to achieving success in your script writing is to treat ChatGPT as a little child. And what do I mean by that? Talk to ChatGPT as if you are talking to a 4 or 5-year-old child. Don't use any complex language. Don't use any big grammar. ChatGPT is a bot that is trying to adapt to human nature. So it's trying to pick whatever we are telling it to do, interpret it, and then provide solution. So you don't want to use language that ChatGPT will not understand. So for example, let's say we want to create a story about a village that has a bad king. You understand what I'm saying? Let's say we want to create a village that has a bad king, and then the bad king is the cause of probably poverty or sickness that eventually struck their village, and then maybe people died, and then a lot of things like that. You understand what I'm saying? So let's say we want to create that video, and I want to generate a script from ChatGPT. What do I need to do? I'll just come straight to my ChatGPT. You can see message chat. I'll open my message chat, and then I will tell ChatGPT, remember what I said, treat it as a little child. So I will tell ChatGPT, you have to be very detailed in your prompt. Create a very interesting, create a very interesting African story about a king that is greedy and eventually caused the villagers their peace because of his greediness. You can see the simple prompt I gave ChatGPT. Create a very interesting African story about a king that is greedy and eventually caused the villagers their peace because of his greediness. What you want to do next is just, once that is done, you want to click on this black arrow and then just wait for ChatGPT to create the story. As you can see here, you can see the story that ChatGPT just created for us. As you can see, This is our prompt right here. Create a very interesting African story about a king that is greedy and eventually caused the villagers their peace because of his greediness. And then he gave us a title. He said, The Greedy King of Anzaga. Okay, this is the title of our story. And then ChatGPT went ahead to create stories for us. It went ahead to create stories for us. So because of our time, I wouldn't have the opportunity to read through the stories, okay, but this is exactly how ChatGPT will create the story for you. But before we move to the next step, there is another way you can prompt your ChatGPT to get a different format for your story, but I don't advise it. That's why I said you must treat it as a little child, okay. If you give ChatGPT a wrong prompt, you will discover that ChatGPT will give you a prompt that will split the story into scenes. Like, it will split it into character actions. It will tell you, okay, Ejima said this, and then Obina said this in scene 2. Adama said this. This will become more complicated for you by the time you want to create your image prompt and when you also want to edit, because you have to follow it scene by scene and then arrange everything in proper order. That's why I said you must always learn to twist your prompt and put every vital information into your prompt so that ChatGPT can put your story together. The reason is because once we want to generate our image prompts or voiceover, we will only work on these prompts together. We won't have to be creating it scene by scene, one after the other. You understand what I'm saying? So you have to create the prompt. Using this format will help you create the prompt and the voiceover at the same time. There are several AI tools online where they would show you, but trust me, most of them, they have two disadvantages. The first one is they have limited offer. They will tell you, okay, we are giving you 1,000 credits or 2,000 credits to generate voiceover, and trust me, you can finish it in one day and then you become stranded. You have to use another one. Or they will tell you, okay, we are giving you 500 credits per day. 500 credits might not be able to generate more than 60 seconds video or 1 minute video. So you become stranded on how to generate your voiceover. And then the second disadvantage is some of them, they restrict you on their free offer in order to lure you into paying for their plans. Okay, but what I will be showing you, the one I use personally, is what I will be showing you. And this one has up to 5,000 credits, and trust me, it is forever free. It is forever free, and it has up to 5,000 credits. And one beautiful thing about it is that you can't exhaust it in a day. If you use 5,000 credits, you open another project, they give you fresh 5,000. You understand what I'm saying? So when we get there, I will show you. Now, we are done with our script generation. As you can see, to save time, I don't want this video to be too lengthy, but yet I want you to really understand what we are doing here. So once you are done with your story generation, the next thing you want to move on to is your image prompt. I will want to generate image prompt for this particular video. And trust me, you're also going to be doing it in ChatGPT. And then just follow the simple step that I'll be showing you. The next thing you want to do now is type also on this message chat and then give ChatGPT another prompt, but you have to pay attention in this particular place. What you need to do is create a realistic image for, or let's say create a realistic African image prompt for the story above. I want you to pay attention to the way I gave my prompt to ChatGPT. You will see some strategic words in what I said. Create a realistic first. Second, African. Third, I'm telling it that this one now is not a story, it's an image. I'm not telling it that don't just imagine anything for me. In accordance to the story you've written above, create a realistic African image prompt for me. based on the story you have written above. So ChatGPT will now go up, look into the story it has created, and then now digest an image prompt for you from beginning to the end. So you want to be strategic also. You don't just want to say, okay, create image prompts for whatever. You have to be strategic in your prompt. Create a realistic African image prompt for the story above. Then we want to send it, and then let's wait for ChatGPT. You can see here is a realistic African image prompt based on the story of the greedy king of Anzaga. You can see that this is exactly in line with the story above. So ChatGPT will now create the image prompt in series. Can you see? It will create the image prompt in series. Okay, now what ChatGPT did here was giving us a simple and single image prompt. I want you to pay attention, because that's why I said you must pay attention to the way you give your prompt to ChatGPT. Now, ChatGPT just summarized the story and then gave us a single image prompt for the video, but it's not going to be helpful for us because there's no way we'll be creating a video with just one image. So now what we want to tell ChatGPT is we want to modify this particular prompt. Split the image prompt into scenes. Do you see what I did there? Instead of putting all the ideas in a single video, in a single prompt, we want ChatGPT to create several prompts for us so that we can use it to generate several images. So we are twisting our action now. We are twisting our prompt. So I'm telling ChatGPT to split the image prompt into scenes according to the story above. So you want to make sure you are simplifying your prompt for ChatGPT. You want to simplify your prompt for ChatGPT so that it can understand what you are telling it to do. So the next thing you want to do is send. Alright, so as we can see now, it's now splitting it into scene by scene. Now this is scene 1, the prosperous village of Anzaga. This is first image prompt. This is scene 2, the king's first encounter with gold. Scene 2. This is scene 3, the oppressions begin. Do you understand what I'm saying now? Are you seeing it? This is getting interesting. Scene 4, the land begins to rebel. Okay. Scene 5, the mysterious woman arrives. Can you see? Scene 6, the village is gone. Do you understand? So this particular story has 6 scenes. Now, ChatGPT has helped us by creating 6 different image prompt ideas for this particular story. As you can see it here, for this particular story, 6 simple image prompts for this particular story. So you have to be creative when you are giving it a prompt. Once you prompt ChatGPT and then it's not giving you the exact thing you want, check your prompt. The problem is in your prompt. So all you have to do is just tweak your prompt a little bit here and there to modify to fit into the exact result you want to have, just like I did in this particular place. So the next thing I'll be showing you in this video, because it's getting too long already and then I don't want to make it too long, like I said, I'll continue the rest in another series. And then so that's why I said make sure you subscribe, turn on the notification bell so that you get notified when I drop the rest of the video. So before the end of this video, the next thing I'll be showing you is how you can generate your voice over. How you can generate your voice over. So now that we've generated our script, now that we've generated our image prompt, I'll be showing us how we can generate our voice over. And then the likes of video editing, image prompt, image generation and video generation, I'll be putting them together in the next series. So lastly, let's go straight to how you want to generate your voiceover. The only thing you need to do is go to the first part and then long press on your screen just like this, and then you tap on select text. As you can see, tap on select text, and then you want to tap from the story, not the title. You want to copy it from the story, not the title. So you long press on long and then you move your cursor down you move your cursor down, to the end of the story, as you can see. Then you click on copy. Now once you are done copying, I would advise you save what you copy in probably your notepad, your documents, or whatever, so that you can easily copy it from there if you need it again, instead of coming back to ChatGPT to come and copy again. You understand what I'm saying? So I would advise you to just go save it in your notepad, your journal, your whatever document, PDF stuff you have on your phone. Just save it there so that you can easily access it once you want to use it again. So now once you are done copying your story from this particular place, you want to add on to this particular website right here. All right, so this is the website you'll be using for your voiceover generation. So I'll just be logging in. Just go to your browser and then type crick.com, crick.com, and then it will ask you to log into your account to sign up. And once you sign up, you can just log in directly to the dashboard. So I'll be logging in with my own mail right here. Let's just wait for the page to load up. Alright, so my page is load. Oh, sorry, is loading. Okay, don't worry. Alright, it's loading right here. Let's just wait for it to load up. These are some of the works that I've done. So yeah, I'll just delete this project right here. Okay. Just give me a second for it to delete off. Alright, so I'll delete the second one also to avoid confusion. I don't need them again. Alright, so once you sign up on crick.com, you have your interface like this. So what you want to do is title your audio, your project. So I'll be saying the greedy king. The reason is because the audio will be saved on your phone by the title you put while creating this project. So the greedy king, and then write your text, just open it, and then you want to paste what you copied. You want to paste it in here. All right, you want to paste it in here. As you can see, we have 5,000 credits, and out of 5,000 we've used 202,741, meaning that we still have opportunity to create longer videos. And even if our story is up to 5,000, we'll create this one, we'll import another text, it will give us another fresh 5,000. Then it will be second voiceover. So you just put the greedy king 2, so that once you download the voiceover, you can identify it on your phone by the label you put. So once you've done that, the next thing you want to click is your accent, which is English. You tap on English, and then you want to type Nigeria. Once you tap Nigeria, you will see English Nigeria. Tap on it, English Nigeria. The reason is because we don't want we are saying African folktale and then they're using American accents. It doesn't make sense. So we want to click African accents, okay? So you want to tap on pause, then you set your pause to 4 seconds. The reason is because we don't want our voice to be too fast. We want a break. We want to see punctuations in the delivery, okay? Not just talking blah 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 blah. We want to see pauses, we want to see emotions, we want to see rising tones and falling tones and all of those things. So you want to put your pause to 4 seconds, and then you want to select your voice. Okay, you can tap on the name just like this. We can see either male or female, anyone you want to use, but for this video I'll be using a male voice. Okay, I'll be using a male voice, and then I'll click on create audio. So let's just give it a second to create right here. Alright, so as you can see right here, you can see that the voiceover has been successfully generated. So I'll be playing it for you to just have a preview of how it sounds. Let me just play it for you.
Long ago, in the heart of a lush and fertile land called Anzanga, there lived a king named Obajoka. Anzanga was a peaceful village surrounded by rivers that sang and trees that danced in the wind. The people were happy,
I hope you can hear the sound
and
now.
united until...
So once that is done, the next thing you want to do is click on download. You can see download here. Just click on download and then it will save to your phone. You can see that it's already downloading. Please don't mind my voice. I had a break in network while I was recording the first video. So this is several hours later. This in the night. So I have to record the concluding part of this particular voiceover generation. So on this note, since we already have our voiceover generated on our phone, I'll be stopping on this particular place and then I'll be creating another video which will be the second episode of this particular one, and I'll be showing you how we can put all of our content together, how we can generate our image and then edit everything together to become a full content. So if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe and then turn on the notification bell, and I will see you on the next one.